I recommend that every community builds close ties with the police. You walk into the police station as if it's like a cafe, you know, walk in with chips and sodas for all the cops. Sit down with them and schmooze with them. Talk to them and don't talk to them as in, oh, I want to be a cop. Talk to them as in, I don't want you guys to be a cop. Talk to them like, you know, what do you guys do for a living? You guys get your pay without giving us tickets? Or do you guys have to give us tickets in order to get your pay? And they'll be like, that depends on the guy on top. Okay, so where is he? Oh, here, man, Mike, come down, come sit down. Michael, come sit down, whoever the guy is. You can give them a salary if they don't give tickets out. Well, regulation and this and that. Maybe yeah, maybe no. If yeah, then yeah, go for it. The cops, become friends with the cops. Okay, you know, give them knowledge, give them understanding, give them a sense of love, and they will return that favor by protecting the community that they live in. You know, and then automatically, government, you know, the community is back to being a community. Police waiting in a corner, waiting to screw somebody over for no reason. 3 a.m, standing behind some traffic like they know people are going to be dead tired coming back from work. There's nobody on the street besides the cop waiting for some victim that will think that nobody's on the street. So here you see planned piracy going on. You see cops that are in their community and there is nobody doing crime. So they'll tell someone to cross the street, and then when he crosses the street and the car continues going before he hits the sidewalk, which is technically a law, so then they'll go and give him a ticket for that. So all these little stupid things, so cops won't do that to people in their community if the people in the community gave 2 hoots about them. Go sit down in the police station, go give them some food, give them some drink, talk to them, ask them about how their job is, ask them about how it works, talk to the commander, see if they can get wages without having to screw over 100 people a day. A lot of problems could be solved just with a little bit of light, you know? And then maybe the cops can do things that actually matter. Because, for example, most communities, okay, the cops won't be involved in stuff that don't make them money or give them tickets or whatever. Or things that are very, very hard or very, very long and effort, take a lot of effort. Or something that somebody paid them on the side to be quiet about. So, once the community builds a relationship with them, they're basically building a relationship with the government from the inside without the government knowing. Because the police become your friends on a personal community level. And then you can actually address problems that are real. For example, most communities, bikes get stolen, strollers get stolen, things get stolen all the time. So the community wants that their streets should be safe. They don't want anybody to be able to pick up something and walk away with it. So the only way to do that is if you have surveillance in the entire community. Let's say, if you already have surveillance, the only people who can walk into a place that has video cameras and demand that they give them the cameras is the police. The police also have their own cameras sometimes. Basically what I'm trying to say is, instead of a police sitting a whole night waiting to give somebody a ticket for driving a red light 3 a.m. when there's no cars in the street, let them sit all night in a car and with a bike that's locked with a weak chain and wait for somebody to come and snip it and take that guy and put him in jail for 4 months. And do that 100 times, 1,000 times in 1 month, and collect all the bike thieves in the entire community, lock them up for 4 months each, and give them over the head and walk them out with a fine of $1,500. That will be appreciated, for example, because thievery is that small crime is a small crime that's a gateway for a lot of other crime, So that, for example, you don't see anyone addressing. Maybe the cops would take care of that if the community would care about them a little bit, because community has to know they have to invest in their station in a good way. And again, we are not pro cops being cops. Right now we need advisors, not cops. Cops like to beat people up. Now there's another thing. Cops can get a call they don't even care where. They'll go there and they'll take it their duty to fulfill whatever the guy on the other side called for. Basically, people can use cops for whatever they want. That has to be broken also. So what if the guy called and said, whatever, he doesn't like that I'm planting flowers outside? I mean, you have to remember, cops have to remember, not just because somebody called you and they gave you a mission to go take care of this call, doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with what the guy is doing. For example, I was like maybe 14 years old. I was sitting with another kid that's even younger than me, and he was holding a big flag, and I was taking pictures of him with a flag, a Mashiach flag. And where were we doing this? On top of 770, like on the near 770, which is the Rebbe's house, which is where the flag represents itself. Okay. And I'm taking pictures with him in the flag, and it's which day is this? This is the Rebbe's birthday, Yud Aleph Nisan. So Yud Aleph Nisan, the Rebbe's birthday, next to the Rebbe's house, waving a flag that represents the Rebbe. Okay, so you couldn't get more close to what it is right there. And I'm taking pictures, and all of a sudden 2 cops come up to me, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are making a protest, right?" There's a kid holding a flag and I'm taking pictures. That's it. There's nobody else in the entire area. And they're like, you can't have in a protest, you can't have a stick with a flag. You can only hold the flag itself. Like, this is not a protest. I'm just taking pictures of my friend. And the kid was literally shaking. The cops had their hand on the gun and they're like, get it down right now. Get it down right now. Now the kid was all shaken up. I didn't understand that. I told the cops, it's not illegal to hold a flag in the street. Where'd you come up with this? They're like, someone called us and complained. It's like you're holding a Yankee fan. It's like if you're a Yankee fan, you're holding a Yankee flag, and then someone calls the cops and says, "Oh, there's a guy with a Yankee flag over there. Go arrest him because he's a Mets fan." And then the cops will go do that. Come on. So okay, they won. What do they mean they won? First of all, I got my pictures, and because I was so mad that they did that, I publicized those pictures as much as I can. But so you have a gun, you're gonna threaten, you're gonna hold your hand on the gun, you're gonna threaten me, a 14-year-old skinny weakling, and you're gonna enforce this law that basically doesn't exist because something's wrong here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to show the cops that we care about them. Now, you see, this is something bribery. I mean, I can imagine a couple crooks in my community, for example, that gave cops a lot of money and told them, whenever we need you, we'll call you on your personal cell phone. You come down there and pretend that you're cops, but really you're on our payroll. Besides the payroll that you're on with the government, which doesn't cover anything. And we will tell you when we want you and how you need to act. And they automatically know from the beginning that whatever they're fighting for this person, it's a private job and it's a private situation, and it might not be so morally. So there's a lot of things here together. I'm not sure what the deal was. Maybe the cops just said, someone called, was complaining, I guess it's a problem, blah blah blah. Or I don't know what the deal was. I don't know what the problem was. But the point is that there is a lot of work to do in the concept of kingdom. That's why I'm talking about the police stations, because police stations is where the government puts their representative of kingdom. When we want the kingdom of God, we want the kingdom of the people, we want the kingdom of morality and humanity. Now the government is also doing something. They switch the police every couple months in every single community now. So they don't want the community to actually build ties with the police. They want the police to be pissed and depressed because they've been moved around so much. And they want the community to be upset and depressed because they don't feel like they're getting the protection that they're getting. The cops are not left with only to listen to the government, which can definitely go against the people at a certain point, especially when there's no connection. So police are supposed to protect their community. They're supposed to, and the Rebbe, anytime a cop would come to the Rebbe would say, "Thank you very much for your protection." That's what the Rebbe would say, and I am, definitely pro that message. So that's for that, and that's that. Yechi Hamelech, Mashiach.